What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Be Active Life. Today we are going to be talking about the Foursevens Atom Headlamp Kit. Now that's what you're looking at right here. This is a mini 123 that I use in the headlamp kit. But I just wanted to talk about this headlamp system because I'm kind of excited about it. I like it a lot. And I also wanted to get back into the swing of making videos. Haven't made a video in about 2 months, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about that fairly quickly, and then we'll get into the review. Basically, I've just been working a lot. As many of you know, I work a full-time job as well as another part-time job, and it's just been consuming a lot of time. And also, you go through periods where you're just not making videos, and it just kind of works out that way. But I want to get into the swing of things, of making videos again. So let's go ahead and talk about this headlamp. Now, what I want to do is mention why I use a headlamp and what I use it for primarily. I like to go walking at night along the California Aqueduct because I live fairly close to it, and basically I just use it mostly as a walking / hiking headlamp. It's nice to take your flashlights out and play around with them in the dark when you're up in those really dark areas where there's no lights at all along the aqueduct. And having a headlamp just makes it easier, hands-free lighting. You know, you have your searchlight in your hand, and then you have your headlamp on your head, so you're not having to hold the light. And if it's cold outside, that's nice because you can just put your hands in your jacket pocket or something as you're walking along. So that's pretty much what I use the headlamp for, is just as a night walking / night hiking headlamp. And the reason why I like this headlamp is because, well, let me put it this way. The reason why I like this headlamp better than your traditional headlamp, such as like a black diamond spot, which is one that I also use sometimes, is that I typically wear a hat when I'm doing something at night. As you guys have seen, I'm bald. I just like wearing a hat. It's just it's part of my EDC, my daily routine. And so even at night, I like to wear a hat. And these center-mounted, forehead-mounted headlamps don't always work very well, especially if you're wearing a hat. The light's going to be, basically, it's not going to make it past the bill of your hat. You know, the light's shining down, and the bill of your hat's right here, so the light never reaches the ground. So these don't always work for me. And especially if it's cold out at night, I'm always wearing a hat when I need a headlamp. So I like the side-mounted systems. I also have a Fenix headband. This is the one that's pretty popular that a lot of you probably use. And I do like this system. And I was using it for a couple months with one of my mini 123s. And basically what happened was, when you buy this headlamp system from Fenix, it comes with two flashlight holders. Now the other one I had actually broke, and I don't really know the reason why. It's possibly because of the cold weather. I had it stored inside of my truck, and it was getting a little bit below freezing temperatures at night, but I had it in there for a couple weeks, and I had a mini 123 clamped in, and I had seen other people had some clamp issues of the clamp breaking if you tighten it down too hard, so I never tighten it down very much. You know, I just barely turn it and keep it tight, but not very tight. Well, anyways, this portion right here ended up cracking in several places, deeming that headlamp holder useless. So I had to throw that one away, and luckily I had the other one. But that's kind of the limitation to having this. For some reason, the plastic can be brittle. It's just kind of how it's designed. So I was looking at the Foursevens headlamp kit. And this is, like I said, it's designed for the Atom series of lights. This is the box that it comes in. Foursevens Atom headlamp kit. Kind of a nice box. Nice packaging. But it's meant to fit the Atom headlamps. But I didn't buy the Atom lights because honestly, I like the way the beam profile is on the mini 123s. More so than the completely diffused beam of the Atom. That's just me. That's just my preference, but some of you might have a different preference. But kind of the cool thing about this headlamp kit is that it does fit multiple lights. As you can see, I have a mini 123 in it. But the way that this is designed is it's designed to be, it could be a forehead mounted headlamp like that. You can wear it in the center. It rotates downward as well as sideways 360 degrees. So you can have it as your forehead headlamp traditionally. It has really great retention with the mini 123s. The way that these go in is it comes with O-rings to put on the light to fit them into the light clamp, basically, the hole here. So you get 2 O-rings for your mini 123, you get 2 O-rings for your mini AA, and I believe you get 2 O-rings for another light. We'll look at what's inside of the package. But the way that I usually use it is I use it as a side mounting light, just like the Fenix headband. You can wear the band like this on the side, rotates 360 degrees, rotates out. So I just use it as a side mounting headlamp, like I said, because I wear a hat when I'm using my headlamp typically. And I found that it works really well. You know, it has pretty positive retention. You know, you got to pull pretty hard to get it to come out. And it's not going anywhere. Even if you were jogging, running, hiking, what have you, it stays in there pretty well. And I like that the plastic, it seems to be really high quality plastic. It's thick, doesn't seem like it's going to break or anything like that. And so far I haven't had any issues of cracking in the cold like I've seen with the Fenix headband. And you know, I love this headband. It works great. It's just that one thing, you know, if you only have one of these holders and clamps, if this one breaks, then you have nothing. And I just didn't like how that one cracked on me when I was just storing it in my truck. But in any case, I really like this one. And like I said, I typically use it with a mini 123, although it is compatible with other lights. As far as, well, let me talk about the strap real quick before I get into the contents of the package. The strap is really high quality. It's really thick polyester material. The strap is thicker and heavier than the Fenix. You can kind of see this is a little more flimsy. It stretches more. This is a little more durable, thicker. It's a thicker material, but it's still comfortable. I think it probably weighs a little more than the Fenix headband. I'm not quite sure. They might be similar, but as far as the fabric's more heavy duty. Both are still comfortable. Let me go ahead and weigh them while we're talking about weight. So you look at the Foursevens Atom headlamp kit, 53 grams. The Fenix headlamp kit, 52 grams. So they're actually pretty comparable. And if you want to know ounces, we can go ounces. 1.8 ounces without your light. So that's going to be, Fenix is going to be basically the same. So back to the headlamp. We're going to go over the contents of the box. So this is the box that the stuff comes in. I'm just going to go over this briefly, but I wanted to show you what comes inside as far as basically accessories. Now inside of this box you have your manual. Honestly, I haven't looked at it at all because I hadn't had a need to. It just shows you the operation and the warranty. Typical stuff. And then inside of this box you get basically these little plastic inserts that will go inside of the headlamp kit. And these inserts, for instance, this one will fit your AL and ALR2. So that's going to be your Atom, I think that's the Atom 123. Then you have one for your AA and MA. And you also have one for your A0. So these are the plastic holders, and basically if you have these model flashlights, this holder would sit inside of this housing right here on the Atom headlamp. Then you'd put the light inside of that. Same thing with these ones, they go in the same way for your lights. And then for the mini series, if you want to use the minis inside of the headlamp kit, It comes with O-rings, and it comes with 2 per for your mini ML or your mini 123. As you can see, I have 1 on here. That works perfectly with just the 1, but it comes with an extra 1. Then you also have 2 O-rings for the MLR2. And you also get, I think there's 2 more. Possible that I misplaced them. Or maybe you only get them for those 2. But you do get O-rings for the mini series, which I found to be useful. As you can see, I use it with the mini 123. So overall, a good headlamp system if you're looking for a Fenix alternative, an alternative to the Fenix headlamp. The downside is that you're kind of limited to Foursevens flashlights and pretty much the 1-cell flashlights to use. For instance, with the Fenix headlamp, you know, I can take something like my Fenix LD20 or my Quark Pro 2AA, and I can put that in the headlamp kit, and it's going to work just fine. Now, with this, the Atom headlamp kit, you really can't do that. One, it's just not made to support the weight, because even if this fit inside of the Atom headlamp kit, which it won't, it's just not going to support that much forward weight, whereas with the Fenix headlamp kit, you can kind of orient it a certain way to where all the weight's not just sitting like that. So that's kind of the downside, is you're kind of limited to the type of lights you can use in here. But overall, really great headlamp system that I enjoy, and I think it's definitely a winner for Foursevens. So if you guys were interested in this headlamp kit, I recommend you check it out and see if it will work for you. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to ask me in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you. And as always, thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Peace.